And Shamim, this is a category 1 at this point. On the scale of things, it's not that high, but it can still have a huge impact.
Yes, it can. And the main reasons for that are because Bangladesh, a lot of Bangladesh lies below sea level. About 20% or so of Bangladesh, it just takes the slightest bit of rain, a tropical storm category 1, and what that does is causes water levels to rise very, very rapidly. Now, around Cox's Bazar and Chittagong, where the cyclone has hit, many of the houses are made with very basic materials like mud, wood, straw. So it really just takes the slightest storm, the slightest gale of wind for these to come tumbling down. And even though they're remote, there are about 15 or so districts that apparently will be affected by Cyclone Mora, and there are about 1 million or so people that can be affected because their houses are just not made of very strong materials. They are likely to become homeless, and when the roads, which themselves are not really made from very strong materials, become flooded, then it means they are cut off from the rest of the country. It means supplies can't get in, and of course with rising water levels you also get the risk of disease.
So certainly this region, no stranger to cyclones, no stranger to flooding, but some of the weather systems that have hit that area have in fact been pretty devastating, haven't they?
Yes, they have. One of the earliest ones in recent times that I can think of is in 1970, where hundreds of thousands of people were killed, and that actually got worldwide attention. But since then there have been regular, really the times of the year that Bangladesh is most likely to be hit by cyclones and floods are from April to December. And just last May, a year ago, 20 people died, but 500,000 people lost their homes as a result of flooding. So this is a very regular occurrence. Now, Bangladesh is on the deltas of the River Ganges, which has its source in India. So really 80% of it is on a floodplain. So that really does make it very vulnerable, and we see this every year.
So with all this history of harsh weather systems hitting this area, certainly it's impacted things like disaster management, development. Lots of lessons have been learned by these in the past, yeah?
Yes, they have been. More solid dams have been built, made of concrete, lasting materials. Local relief agencies are often at hand. There's been a process of educating people about what exactly that they should do in the event that there is a flood or cyclone warning. But really the coastal line is so huge. The Bay of Bengal, Cox's Bazar, has the longest stretch of unbroken beach in the world at about 83 miles. That's about 100 or so kilometers long. So when you have that kind of a natural environment, there really is only so much you can do, especially when resources are very thin on the ground in Bangladesh.
Shamim Chowdhury, you are a font of information. Thank you for that.